Everything Noob is a weekly podcast about everything gaming. This show is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. Never miss out on a live show again by following us again on Twitch/eNoobs. Archives of previous episodes can also be found on our YouTube channel or downloaded from iTunes. Feel free to chat, but please read and respect the rules. Thank you for joining us for this installment of Everything Noob.
Welcome to the Everything Noob podcast. That's Boom Body. He's doing that live. Live. Eventually that will be recorded.
Eventually, it'll be all nice and pretty, but
Yes.
now it's just
via satellite.
old me trying to do it live.
Via satellite.
Live via satellite.
So, welcome everyone. Tonight's topic is indie games. Upcoming and current.
Indie.
Indiana
What's
games.
an indie game?
Indie game
But
is a game...
all people, the games from India, right?
No, well, not quite.
No, independent.
Independent games from people who make them, who are not tied to places like EA. Crappy EA.
Hiss-boo. Sass.
And I think the first one worth mentioning is one Lito was talking about earlier. Remember?
Oh, what's that?
The one?
Patterns?
Yes, Patterns.
Patterns. Yeah. Linden Labs has decided to go outside of their Second Life. They make Second Life, and they're making one other game. I can't think of the name of it. And they're making a game called Patterns, which is very similar to Minecraft, but with triangles instead of blocks.
You would think after Second Life that they would just give up.
They just stop. I didn't even know Second Life was still an active.
It is
yeah.
very active still.
Yeah.
I played it once. It was super glitchy, and I stopped playing it.
I won't lie.
That's where I got
made
the
some pretty
name.
cool stuff on Second Life, but man,
That's where I got the name Lito Dreadlow from. Is from Second Life.
I've never played Second Life.
It's been around for how long
Yeah,
now?
but it looks like. Oh, jeez.
I was
14
in
years?
high school.
I don't know.
2000. I know. 2004. 2004, 2005.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
been aware. Been a
So
wheel.
it's been around for.
I saw the first time I
7 years.
saw Second Life was I was watching an episode of The Office, and Dwight was playing Second Life, and he was obsessed with it. And I'm like, is that a real game? And I had to check it out, and it was the most glitchy thing I've ever played.
Yeah, you have to get a special viewer. You can't use Second Life viewer
2003.
because it sucks. So you have to get a different client. It's a third-party client. It works a lot better.
2003? Wow.
Wow.
It's
Coming
almost
up
10 years old.
on 10
That's
years.
younger than I thought it was, actually. But
Really?
yeah, I thought it would be.
There were some other ones. There were some other Second Life like games that before Second Life, I believe. Because I remember some in high school or some in junior high, not high school.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing, on Tech TV they were having back in the days of Tech TV. Yeah,
Tech TV before it
they
was
featured
G4.
that stuff. G4 ruined Tech TV.
It did.
I cried.
I miss you,
That was
Morgan
so
Webb.
bad.
I miss you so
know.
much.
I miss you, Leo Laporte.
Oh. But you know, Chris Hardwick is doing pretty well, though.
He is. He has his whole online thing set up.
He's got, what is it called?
The Nerdist.
The Nerdist. They've got their own podcast. They've got it, like, straight up, like, legit, like, putting stuff out, like, every day, 5 days a week, you know, pro bowling, where Chris Hardwick, apparently his dad was a pro bowler, and he's, like, a ridiculously good bowler, so he brings celebrities on to shame them.
He gets some really big names.
The only people to beat them, I will say, that I was very surprised with, who are famous celebrities who are like semi-pro bowlers, is the Breaking Bad cast.
Really?
Yes.
They need
So
to come out
cool.
with a video game.
A Breaking Bad video game?
Cook meth and kill
Meth?
people.
Or just Meth Tycoon?
Well, but this Patterns game is nothing like Second Life. That's what's so interesting.
It's more like
And,
Minecraft.
There's no mining. involved, but they said they're going to add where you have to collect resources to build. So I'm guessing there's going to be something similar to mining in it. But I just got it just came out. The alpha came out today. I've got a copy of it. I'm part of the alpha thing, so I'm going to go and fool around with it and see what it's like.
Do you get
triangles
to like share with other people, or
no? It's $10 to get into the pre. I guess this is a pre-alpha.
Oh, you
But-
already have to
$10.
pay?
You have to pay already?
Well, that's how a lot of games are. Like, I mean, Minecraft kind of set the way for a lot of games.
True.
And now,
Minecraft
like,
Minecraft was
same
indie,
thing.
and they needed the funding to finish.
but a lot of games are doing that now, though, because that way they're able to keep the price low. War of the Roses was going to end up being like a $50 title or $40 title. It's only a $30 title.
Okay, so what is War of the Roses? You were talking about that before the cast started.
War of the Roses is by Fat Shark Studio, and I believe Pandemic. I don't want to misquote myself. Paradox and Fat Shark.
Okay.
And Paradox has done a lot of things like that's the distributor, not the publisher, but
Ooh,
the
bless you.
developer is Fat Shark. Fat Shark did a lot of fun things like
Excuse me.
Mountain Blade. They also did Crater. They also
Mountain Blade,
did Lead and Gold, which was that horrible game. Not horrible, but not bad, not great game where you got to shoot each other. And it was like the really bad Western shooter game. But they did Crater. They did and they did all the. They did a lot of fun things.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think. I'm completely lost now.
Are they indie developers too?
They're an indie developer, but anyway, it's basically a squad-based medieval combat system.
Okay.
Oh.
Basically, like you start in, you're either like a footman or an archer or a crossbowman or a knight on a horse, and it's there's like almost no HUD to it. Not a whole lot to it as far as, you basically, if you play like the Mountain Blade series, the combat's kind of similar to the Mountain Blade series.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's
I've
not a
played that.
gardening sim where you try to have the best one.
No, War of the Roses in the Tudor
Uh-oh.
kind of. Uh-oh.
What, is the reactor melting down?
Gas is the survivor, reactor 5, going down.
No, I was trying to set a timer for halftime, but I don't want to use any of these noises. I just wanted it to vibrate. But
As a
stupid
side
iPhone.
note of reactors, I did see Chernobyl Diaries today. Not a bad movie.
No?
Really? I heard that
Pretty
was
good.
awful, because I was going to go see it in theaters. 'Cause
Well, I
love-
wouldn't see it in theaters.
Yeah, it
Like-
got, like, tanked reviews, and I'm like,
I went and saw it
I can
on
rent
a
it.
matinee, and it was like, okay, it's worth it.
if it's worth watching, like, as a rental, I'll definitely watch it.
Oh, definitely Redbox it for a night or two.
So,
Yeah.
War of the Roses was about exactly what? Did I miss it?
The actual War of the
Like,
Roses?
no, the
was
game, the game.
Well, it's.
Oh, so it's based on a real war.
Yeah.
Well, I
The
don't
15th century battle against the two Tudor lines, the Plantagenets and the Lancasters, and they fight over see who was going to be king. Which following comes, like Henry VIII and the Plantagenets, and ended up winning the war. But it's labeled an action game. It is a combat sim, I suppose. Because I mean, as much as you'd call it Modern Warfare a combat sim.
So it's a first-person
But-
kind of thing?
It is first person. It's very fun. You can, and it's kind of it has some cool aspects. Like, there's so many different types of armors and weapons and everything, and like you can wear like a basket helmet, right? Like or a helmet with a visor on it that flips up and down, and when you flip the visor down, it actually impairs your vision.
I don't know if I'd like that.
It's not like pure black. It makes it very opaque around around the eyelets, the eye slits. And whenever you are like, you run around in third person, and you can go into first person. And I know you can go, because I haven't played as much as I'd like to have played, but like if you're an archer, you run around in third person, and then like when you go to shoot, you shoot in first person.
Okay.
Or when you're a crossbowman, you shoot in first person. And it's really cool, and basically a lot of it's all been, team deathmatch oriented that I've played. And basically you have spawn points, and you run in and you kill them, and you can... It's kind of like, you go in and you die a lot, but you can like get wounded and then fall back and bandage yourself and get a little health back. And if you get incapacitated, you can either get executed or helped up by a friendly ally, which is kind of cool.
That's weird. So
it's
is it only
fun.
multiplayer?
Yes.
Oh.
There's no single player. There is, I think, nope, it's all multiplayer.
No, I wouldn't want to play that game multiplayer.
I don't think I'd like it, only because I'm really bad at those. And lately, I've been way into Borderlands and stuff, and it's all PvE. And I just don't. I don't like fighting with other players anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like PvP with
kind of a noob at that.
People.
I like
my PvP as long as I'm on a team. As long as I don't do like free for all stuff.
The problem is people are too smart.
I know.
No, people
So there's another game
rather
that's
play
coming
against
out.
the computer. It's dumber.
There's another game
There's a
coming
hacker
out
issue.
on Kickstarter, actually, that is called Chivalry, which is like almost the same kind of game, except I think it's going to be it looks a little bit better for some reason, and it looks more action based. Yeah, okay. It was a recent success on Kickstarter. Chivalry, medieval warfare, a fast-paced medieval FPS, first-person slasher with multiplayer online focus.
That's interesting.
It was very, very much so, and it was very much. I think it's a little more cinematic, and I think there's more stuff going on in the actual stuff. But I mean, as far as War of the Roses has already happened, there's already been tournaments for it. TV was in a tournament with Scene Enters and Just Joe from was it Angry Joe YouTube, whatever. And there was a they did a full-blown tournament, with a game that was an alpha.
Wow. Sometimes alphas are they really shouldn't be called alphas. Sometimes they're really well developed.
There have been I wouldn't call them like legitimate contests, but similar to that with War of Nations or End of Nations.
Yeah.
Which if you haven't checked that out, that is awesome. I've been in the betas. It's beta weekends. They're really fun.
I don't like competition though.
Tank combat. Yeah.
Now there's another indie game that is already out that me and Boom Body has already played. That's Prison Architect.
This sounds really interesting, actually.
Yeah,
I want to play this.
It's got a lot of potential, I think.
So
yeah.
What is it?
They've added a good AI to it.
It's pretty much Prison Tycoon, but less friendly.
Yes and no. So you start out with nothing, and this is beta right now, or is it alpha or is it beta right now?
I think because it's
early beta.
I think it's alpha because I got it off their Kickstarter. Well, their own Kickstarter thing where it's not even out yet.
Yeah, I mean it's like alpha or not, but it's basically it's kind of like a tycoon sim kind of thing.
Yeah.
With a lot less to do because you don't have to micromanage the. You don't have to micromanage the guards. You don't have to micromanage the prisoners. Basically, you start off in a field, and this is how the game mode is right now. You start off in a field, and in 24 hours, the the prisoners are coming, and every like second is a minute or whatever.
It gives you eight prisoners are coming.
Eight prisoners are coming, and it starts you off with X amount of stuff, and like the first thing that shows up is workers, and basically you build a foundation and build like a big building, and start building out your prison with like a holding cell and like a kitchen, canteen, offices, showers, all that kind of stuff. And that's your first objective, is to build those things in a room, power it, make running water to everything that needs running water, all that kind of stuff. And basically you build that, and about the time you build that, your prisoners show up. And then you can, and then another 24 hours, another 8 prisoners showing up. And that's the only setting it has right now.
Yeah.
Is like every 24 hours, like 8 or 10 prisoners show up. I think I got one where it was like 10 prisoners.
Do they ever like get released, or are they prisoners for life?
No, they're like prisoners. I haven't got to a point where they got released. I had one guy got shanked.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I had one murder. I had no escapees on my second prison though. I had 3 on my first.
See,
can you
with
like
Prison
beat your
Tycoon,
prisoners like with your guards?
no. See, that's the difference between Prison Tycoon and this one. You're an architect in this one. In Prison Tycoon, you
like the
are
warden.
the warden. You're the warden, so you have to, like he said, micromanage all your inmates and stuff. You don't have to do that.
You really don't have to do that in this one. Basically,
you're responsible for building a prison that's going to be effective and that's going to help the warden control his prisoners. That's it. That's your
basically
objective.
you build the prison, right, and then when prisoners show up, you buy like staff, right, and you can say, buy like
Hire
2 or 3
a warden.
guards, and then you can, if you have an office, you can hire a warden, and it's real nice because like basically your rooms will be like they'll be empty, and then you go down to a little tab to designate rooms, and it'll say it has to be this by this size, and it has to have these items in it, working. And so, like, a holding cell has to have a bench and a toilet. That's all it has to have.
Yeah.
And then, so you basically, it has to be 5 by 5, I think.
So the bigger cells have to have rapists, correct?
What?
Yeah, like the
holding cell.
after they're out of the holding cell, they go into a permanent cell, and there's a built-in rapist.
Yeah. Those have to be. They have to. Oh Lord.
Really don't got it.
I didn't get it, but
Look, don't drop the soap. That's all you need to know.
well, that's probably fine.
It's really cool because I played Prison Tycoon. As a matter of fact, I got the very first one, Prison Tycoon 4.
Oh, that's not the first one.
And what I didn't like about Prison Tycoon 4 is it was really hard to manage all the prisoners, and I don't know. I didn't do too well with it. But with Prison Architect, you're able to build. I mean, not just lay down like in Prison Tycoon. You just you need a cell area. You just lay it down. This one you actually build the walls. You got to make sure you got walls. You got to make sure you got doors in every wall. You got to make sure that the doors have access to staff only, and then some doors are for inmates. And you have to, it's almost kind of like Kerbal. It's kind of like the Kerbal thing where you choose
Space
items
Program?
from a. Yeah, you
Kerbal
choose
Space
the items
Program.
from a menu, and you
To infinity and beyond.
You choose the items on the menu, and then you basically drag them over to what you're building, and you try to build this prison up, and you want to make sure they don't escape.
Well, I mean, it's a lot more than just like build a box and put prisoners in it.
Yeah,
because
there's a lot involved.
Because like every jail cell has to be at least 2 by 3, and has to have a bed and a toilet. And they all have to have running water to it. Yeah, you have to run piping to all the rooms.
Okay.
Or to all the toilets, not just the rooms of the
And
toilets.
if your prison's too big,
Huh?
Like, who's this game for? Like, who's been dying to run a prison?
I've been wondering if it's for long
Me.
time.
Like, I'm a little concerned. Like,
Can you name the prisoners?
I'm actually really...
If only I could have a prison pet program where I take care of prisoners.
It's one of those quirky indie games, but you know what? As someone who has helped build a prison, I think it's kind of cool.
Can you name the prisoners?
Actually,
No, I worked on it long before people showed up.
You can name the prisoners in Prison Architect. You go to a text file, and there's the first names and the last names. And you put the first names in, you put the last names in, and when they show up, their names will be above their head.
I'm gonna name them after people in chat if I ever stream that game.
Yeah, it'd be a cool. Yeah, you can sit there and name people.
But I mean, there's more to it than that. I mean, because like you need to, after you like have a cell block and stuff, while in between your shipments of prisoners, you need to try to find time to build a medical wing. And
you got to expand.
There's all kinds of things that expand, and you know what? I see you making your faces over there.
It's by the people who made it is called Introversion, and let me see what games they have, successful games they've actually made, because they made a couple games before Prison Architect, and I can't remember the names of them. Have you guys ever played Uplink?
Yes.
Okay, Uplink was made by them, and it's just two guys that put this together.
Two guys, one
Uplink.
game, but
Here, I think it's It's got a list of their games right here.
That's a game, not cool.
If anybody's gotten any of their humble bundles, they've seen these games in them.
I've seen Uplink.
Where is it at?
I know I've seen it.
So can you make like a luxury prison in that game? Could you just put swimming pools and tropical
TVs
things?
Yeah, you can. Actually, that's probably going to be added because they do recommend that you make it nice for them. So there's fancy tiling you can put on the floor.
Big screen TV.
You have to make it.
Right, they're prisoners.
Yeah, why do you want to make them happy?
I guess
So
so
they
they
don't
shank
riot?
people less.
Less miserable, I guess, so not as
But
many
they
people
can't
die.
riot if you leave them in their cell all day.
Well, no, you have to build a yard. You have to have a yard. That's number one.
You have to have a yard with. Yeah, there is a bug in
I
there,
prefer
and
the Dark Ages. No, they're shackled to the wall. That's it.
I've experienced the
You got
bug. There was a
bale
riot.
of hay to lay on, shackled to the wall.
There was a
Now,
riot
you can
in one
go
of
into
my.
lockdown. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, but there was a riot, and that's what I did. There was a riot in my prison, and all the prisoners were basically their health was going down to almost zero, and so I had to quickly build a medical facility with 3 doctors. And when I did, the prison guards would take the injured inmates to the medical facility. But the bug is that once you put inmate in the medical facility and they heal up, they stay in there. So you have to actually call a guard to get them to put them back in their cell. That's a bug right now. So I didn't realize this until I noticed that I had like 20 inmates in the medical facility and none in their cells. I'm going, what happened? So I looked on the forums, and that was it. It was a bug. It was
That's
crazy.
funny, though.
But, yeah. I'm trying to think. Darwinia or something is one of the games.
Darwinia, man. That's they make some weird games. They're fun games.
DEF CON was one, and now they have a new game that you can only get. It might be in a future Humble Bundle, but it's called Multiweenia, whatever that is.
I've never heard of any of these.
Uplink,
I've heard of Darwinia.
DEF CON.
Multiweenia is on Steam, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. So
Darwinia,
those are the.
I know Darwinia is. I think
That's always
Multiweenia-
on sale on Steam, I
1,
swear.
2, 3. So they've got four other games besides this one, and
That's crazy.
yeah. So
you can
they're
get
really
Darwinia
cool.
Multiweenia right now for $14.99.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So
In fact, you can get the super pack with Darwinia, Uplink, DEF CON, Multiweenia, and the Darwinia soundtrack and DEF CON soundtrack for $19.99 on Steam.
do we get any money for that?
Please send us money, Steam. We love you.
Free games.
Free games.
So where can you find Prison
Hey.
Architect?
Ryan games!
You can find Prison Architect at the website, prisonarchitect.com.
Oh, prisonarchitect.com.
I don't
Easy
know.
enough.
Yeah. I just hold on here.
I wish it was on
just,
Steam.
You know, it's kind of better
there-
if not everything's on Steam because I'm slowly building up my repertoire of games that I don't have to be online to play.
True.
And as much as I love Steam and love throwing them my money, you know, I have games that are not on Steam, not linked to Steam, so I don't have to worry about it. Like
Okay, here it is. It's introversion.co.uk/prison architect.
That's a really long website.
Indeed, we will link it in the description.
Yeah.
If I remember.
And link it in the chat.
Well, if you're listening to the audio podcast, sorry. You're
Just
memorize
Google it.
Google it.
Yeah,
Don't
it's there. There's a lot of people with videos.
We have Cruiser Complex in the chat right now. He just linked it for
Okay.
anyone.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, because if I linked it, I'd get booted off a chat.
No, it's not. This is a different streaming.
Are we mods yet?
That's what I'm saying. We're not mods. I'd get booted off a chat if
well,
I
don't
linked
have Nightbot in here. Not yet, anyway.
Well, that's scary.
Oh.
Oh man, no, I haven't been playing many indie games actually, which is why
Wait,
now I
I
feel
have a
left out of this
mod,
topic.
but Lito isn't.
You know, Lito brought up another game that recently had an update.
What was that?
Kerbal Space Program.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
gonna say.
yeah.
I'm afraid
That's
to play that after the one time I streamed it.
You're afraid?
Yeah, I found it too difficult. I was losing interest in the game. People were losing interest in watching. Some weren't, but I mean, if I'm losing interest, they're gonna lose interest. And
That is because you're not a theoretical theorist, and they should
I'm
come
not.
watch me play it.
I'm really really bad at it, and they keep begging me to play it. I'm like, maybe,
Maybe that's why they like it, because you're
because
bad.
I'm bad at it. Yeah, I mean, people
Yeah,
seem to
well,
enjoy that.
I find when I play that game, all I want to do at this point now when I play the game is just make something that goes up in the air and crashes to the ground. I could care less about getting into space at this point.
So you're making a lot of the jets, right?
I'm trying to make nuclear bombs, okay?
Hey, those jets are damn near nuclear bombs. Those gliders.
I want to make
I got
one that
to work.
works.
I made a working
Well,
one.
see, yeah, I'm
I
playing
broke
the
atmosphere.
demo, and I don't want to buy it. And I know
You
if you
should.
buy it,
It's
I
like
bought
$8.
it.
it's a plain one.
It's
I
$8.
did buy it.
$8,
Did
Lito.
you?
8 freaking bucks.
Is it
And
multiplayer?
there's a shit
wish.
shit ton of mods for it. There's a shit ton of
Yeah,
mods.
that is true. I did look on there, and there was a lot of
I went-
pre-made
I went and
rockets,
got-
mods.
Decouplers, like inline 3. Like I love my inline 3 decouplers. I love all my awesome new decouplers. My side by side dual decouplers.
That'd be a good one.
No, yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I said,
so-
I'm not good at it at all.
Sleeved decouplers. Sleeved decouplers.
Well, it's
Make
one
your
thing.
rockets-
Wow.
It's one thing to build the rocket and then have it
Jeez.
fail going up. Like, that's why I download a rocket that is supposed to work, and then it's challenging enough to get for me to get it to the freaking moon.
Oh well, actually, getting onto the moon. That is it. I mean, there's like a. It's not really that hard if you know like you can go watch a video and a guy will go, you accelerate up to this speed and then you turn and accelerate till your trajectory hits this and.
Yeah,
Blah,
that's how I
blah.
got there that one time, but I crashed on it.
Well, now with the new update, you can actually start on a collision course of the Mun and in orbit of the Mun.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
And they actually put in some pre-made rockets, pre-made landers and all kind of stuff.
Nice.
Indeed.
Now, since we're talking about indie games, I know Source is part of Steam and part of Valve Source and all that is all kind of one conglomerate group, right?
Yep.
Are they an indie? Are they considered an indie game developer?
I would say some of the games they develop, but
Yeah.
definitely
Would they be
things
too
like
corporate now?
BioShock.
Like Half-Life, Half-Life and Half-Life 2, and now they're coming out with Black. What is it? The new one. Black.
They're definitely indie
BioShock?
friendly. If
Yeah,
any.
they're indie friendly.
It's like a Half-Life Part 3.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Black.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Damn.
Yeah.
We all forgot
Yeah,
the name.
yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, when Half-Life was like the first thing that they ever came out with, I think.
Yeah, well,
And I
yeah.
really don't think.
And then I don't
they
even
were
think Steam
anything
was
big.
around back then. I think it was just Black
Yeah.
Mesa. Thank you, giant fan in chat.
Black Mesa, that's it.
Yes, Black Mesa. And that's just someone took Half-Life 1 and totally redid it, or Half-Life 2 and totally redid it, one or the other.
Oh, is that what it is?
No.
But it's on the Steam. It's part of the Steam
Jimmy
website, so I don't know.
They
Go ahead.
remade just recently Half-Life 1, and
Yeah.
they did
Well,
it
that
in the
wasn't
Source
them,
engine.
though, was it?
No, that was not them. That was a completely independent group who did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
See, because indie games, it's hard to judge what's indie anymore once you get
Which
so
is-
big.
Well, the thing is,
Right.
like, and even as big as they are, right, they released, what was it, Day of Defeat was released in 2010. And I don't know if I would call that a AAA title. In fact, even Left 4 Dead, to be honest, I wouldn't call that a AAA title.
Portal wasn't when it first came out.
Portal was, I would call Portal 2 a AAA title.
Oh, Portal 2, yeah.
Portal
I mean,
2, not Portal 1.
for-
That was
I
part
would
of the
call
orange box.
Counter-Strike. I would call Counter-Strike GO a AAA title, or at least almost a AAA title. Probably AA at least.
Well,
Yeah, like you said, it's very hard to tell what's indie anymore.
But I wouldn't. I would definitely. They're definitely not an indie because if they want, like, they wanted to Dota 2, they did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's But I think the people that are making things like, No Room in Hell and Terrorist Town and all these awesome little mods, those people are indie. And I think you can really tell. I mean, because if you haven't heard of them, they may have made one or two games. I mean, what does it take for a developer to be established? Is it one great game? Is it their 10th game? Is it?
I think it's a
does that have to be a household
point with
name?
the bank account.
like Mojang,
Well, I don't know.
they're still
I would-
considered indie, but I don't consider them indie.
I would call Fat Shark. I mean, they do great stuff. And I wouldn't consider them an indie, though a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Or, the guys making, like Darwinia. I wouldn't call them an indie developer.
Intro version, yeah.
I mean, they make some indie stuff, but I mean,
Now they've gotten to a point where, well, it's just, like I said, from what I understand, it's just two guys.
like Torchlight, the guys that made Torchlight, would you call them indie?
Yeah, now the Torchlight is freaking huge.
I mean, obviously, obviously they were indie when, like, Torchlight 1 came out.
yeah,
But
when
would they
they
be
first came out.
Torchlight 2? And here's a fun price point. Torchlight 2, $20.
That is good. I might have to get it just because of that, because I want to play it, but I have Diablo
It's so
3.
fun.
But like
So
Lito
fun.
says, Diablo
It's
3
so
is
much
like...
better. So much better.
Well, I want to
Yeah,
talk about...
Diablo 3 is just
I want to
boring.
bring that up, but we are in our halftime now.
Oh, it's halftime?
It is halftime.
It's
And
halftime.
Oh, okay.
for those of you new to the podcast, halftime is where we do a Mad Lib. So how this is going to work is every week someone else takes over the Mad Lib. This week it's Lito, and he has picked a Mad Lib, and we're going to go around and give him the words he asks us to give, starting with ladies first, Miss Boombody. And
Lino's doing the Mad Lib? What?
Leo is doing the Mad Lib.
Hey, you know what? I just asked for it. You guys are the ones making it, so if it doesn't come out good, it's your fault.
Well, we will start with Jemmy, then Boombody, then myself, and go around in that order.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
All right, let's see here. The first one is real short, so that's why I got a second one as well.
Okay, we got two.
Okay,
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Sweet
So,
ass.
If for some reason why Firefox
Did we
is
lose
freezing
it?
up on me.
Oh. It's going to lay it on me.
Hello? Okay, there we go. I think I got it back.
Come on.
Something was really
I
holding it up.
got words coming out the ears.
All right.
Then words.
Hello. Are you serious? Is this really going to do this to me? Hold on.
So unprepared. Why do we let you do this?
Looks like he's using an IE.
It's no, I'm using Firefox,
I was
but
gonna say,
you know
probably
what?
Chrome.
It's not that. It's my computer. Come on here.
Computer problems. Oh no!
Computer. What is causing?
I can't resist pushing the buttons. I'm sorry.
I know.
Would you like to pass on your Mad Lib responsibility to someone else tonight?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. All right. So, what we need now is a noun plural.
They?
Oh, it's for Jemmy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said I was first.
And they isn't a noun.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. We're
Puppies.
what the? Hold on here. Why is it?
Ah.
I was just doing
revoke
fine.
his title until next week.
Here we go. Okay, got it. Okay, so he said noun plural.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's first?
She said
Is
puppies.
Puppies.
She said puppies. Okay, puppies. All right, occupation.
That's for you, Bombati.
Proctologist.
Pro-
Oh my god, this is going to be a disaster.
I know, right? Puppies and proctologist.
Okay, animal plural.
Bears.
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 And a place. Back to Jimmy.
Niagara Falls.
Ah, the Falls of Love.
Falls. Okay.
Place that you could turn into a steaming cesspit of hate.
A verb.
Whistled. Or whistles? Verb.
Whistle. It have to be whistle
Whistle,
because it's
whistle.
not. Yeah. Okay.
Whistle.
Whistle.
And one more for Dan, and that's a noun.
Insect. Because there's one flying around and it's bugging the crap out of me.
All right. This one is called Greetings, Earthlings.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is gonna be
I
fun.
really like animals.
Here we go.
It's generating.
Yes, insect bugging you. Zing!
All right. So you ready? Drum roll. All right. Greetings, Earthlings. In the book War of the Puppies, the main character is an anonymous proctologist who records the arrival of bears in Niagara Falls. Needless to say, havoc reigns as the bears continue to whistle everything in sight until they are killed by the common insect.
Oh my god.
That was cute. I approve.
Okay.
All right.
This is a
Next.
rated M podcast, so we don't have to
It
be so
is.
friendly.
Oh, I thought I would warm up with friendly, and then, the
Really
gloves
unleash
off
hell in
now.
the next one.
Yeah.
Unleash hell!
All right. So what we're looking at
Unleash my
now.
Well, if we're unleashing hell, then I'm getting out the good shit.
You already said proctologist.
He means his pirate attire.
Oh.
All right.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So now whose turn? Okay. So now it's back to Jimmy again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually,
So-
yeah.
I need a number.
42.
40. You always pick 42.
It is the number.
Yeah, it's the number.
The number, the completion.
An adjective.
Oh, that's for Bombati. Good.
Yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what an adjective is right now.
Describe a noun.
Yeah, it describes something like smelly or...
I think you're a little
Petite.
distracted by your pirate
Petite?
attack.
I am petite.
Petite? Okay. Name of someone in the room.
Lido.
You're going to pick me, okay. All right. An animal, plural.
Honey badgers.
Honey badgers. Okay, this ought to be good. Whoa. I misspelled that. It's a Y there. Okay. Noun, plural.
It's been body.
Oh.
Is it
hookers.
Body's turn?
Yeah.
Hookers.
Honey badgers and hookers.
Okay. A verb ending in ing.
Ooh. Don't go for the obvious.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not
I
to
know.
with honey badgers and hookers around. Hell.
Masturbating, anything you want.
No. Blowing.
But
It's a group activity.
That's
It's a group
a group
activity.
activity.
all right. Noun, plural.
Ooh. Toes.
Toes. So we're going to be blowing on toes. No, I don't know what it's going to say.
Blowing on them toes.
All right. And now an adjective.
Arachnophobic.
Arachnophobic.
Yeah, that could be an adjective.
No, hydrophobic. Hydrophobic, sorry.
Hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic. That's fear of water, right?
Mm-hmm. Hydrophobia.
Another adjective.
Grimy.
Oh, good one.
Grimy.
Grimy.
It's a good one.
A
Blind.
noun.
It's always nouns. I don't get any of the fun words.
Yeah, I know the fun word.
Cock ring.
Oh my god!
She looks so pleased with herself.
Oh, she's like, ugh, noun.
Huh, finally got that one off.
Location. Location.
Get that, got it off.
Wow.
Location. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Essex.
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 Essex, New Jersey, huh?
No. As in Essex,
Oh.
UK.
Okay. A noun. This is the last one.
Oh, goodness.
Don't look around your room for a person, place, or thing. Use your imagination.
He can't.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Hey,
I'm pretty
Captain
dumb.
Imagination.
He doesn't have an imagination.
A noun,
Unless
you
it's
say?
right in front of him, doesn't
A noun.
exist.
Amy.
Amy is a proper noun. We just want a regular noun.
Person,
Nuisance.
I don't know if it,
Fine. Nintendo.
that's a company.
That's a no. Nintendo's. Stop it. There can be.
Oh, an
there's
NES
Nintendos.
system?
Yes.
Okay.
and a Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, just
All right, you ready?
specify.
Yes. And then I have to pee.
Okay. It's generating.
You can't just leave in the middle.
I'm leaving to
Yeah,
pee.
this
'cause
is
I'm gonna
this
burst.
is going to make you pee. What are you talking about? You may not make it to the bathroom after I read this.
Let me find my trash can.
This ought to be good. Yeah. I remember the word grimy being in there.
And prostitutes.
All right.
Okay, it's loading.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not long.
No? All right. This is called going to the mall.
No.
Oh,
Going to the
yes.
mall.
Oh, yes.
All right. Yesterday, me and 42 of my friends took a trip to the mall. While we were there, we saw this really petite store called Lito's Pets. We saw honey badgers and hookers blowing in the store display.
Oh no.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, my.
Go on. Okay. So we had to go inside. Of course.
Of course you had to go inside.
I'm gonna pass that up.
42 people in the petite pet store full of honey badgers and hookers. That's where we're at.
They had miniature toes and hydrophobic little bunnies. We even got to play with the grimy cock ring. No, that's not good.
That's disgusting.
I wasn't NES so much. I don't know what that means, but anyway. I wasn't Nintendo so much. That doesn't make sense.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
That last sentence ruined the whole thing.
I'm sorry.
Woo! Okay,
That was it?
That was it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Is that enough? Or-
Yes, that's enough. I have to pee. But back on track, the topic we were about to go into was how much Lito despised Diablo 3.
Oh, well, I think he.
Oh, you wanted to go on why I despise Leo? Okay, I'll show you. I'll tell you.
All right, because you start that. I gotta pee.
All right.
The show's off now, folks.
No, what I didn't like about Diablo 3 is it literally took me a full.
Did he just freeze? I think he froze.
Ah!
Don't you dare speak bad of the devil.
Now I am king of the podcast.
Yeah, since I can't be king.
You can't, but there's a tiara. You can be queen.
Tiaras are for princesses.
You could be a princess. Or have a mohawk.
Oh no, no. Oh wow, he's like totally gone.
So yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, there's Lito.
Oh wait, you back?
He might be back. Hello.
As I get booted.
As Blizzard
No.
Blizzard detected an incoming attack in DDoS.
That's what it was, huh?
Yep.
So that's what was freezing my computer. Anyway.
Should talk bad about yeah.
Diablo 3?
Well, what Diablo 3, the thing is with Diablo 3 is it literally took me a whole 8 hours to get through all 4 acts, and if I was to stay within my character, yeah, I could go and
It took you 8
increase.
hours?
It took, yeah, total of, because there was a statistics thing or whatever that you can.
Why did it take that
look at
long?
in the game.
I don't
No,
know.
I mean, it wasn't 8 hours
Two
straight.
hours. An act in 2 hours isn't actually that bad.
It's not.
The last act was maybe an hour, hour and a half. First act was probably 2.5.
The first act is the longest one, and like the last act is definitely the shortest.
The shortest.
It's
yeah, and
really
it's
short.
it just kind of left me like, what? That's it?
But
That's
you
all?
really.
Don't
But
Now I
you
gotta
spoil it
start
for
all
me.
over? No, it's
Diablo dies.
I don't know who
but
that is. Oh, Diablo.
but if I go into like a
This is
game
something
like
else.
Borderlands, you know, Borderlands, yeah, it's got the same kind of idea. You got these stories, and it might be the particular type of gameplay it is. Obviously, I like first
Deckard
person.
Cain dies.
Whoa,
games like
whoa,
that.
whoa! Now, whoa.
I played that far ahead.
So anyway, with Diablo 3, and I love those kind of games. I love Diablo 2. It was pretty cool, and I really didn't go through the whole thing. I don't know if it's because I didn't play that much or what, but with Diablo 3, it was just so quick to get through, and the story was kind of blah. I just did not like. I didn't think it was a $60 game. I felt like I spent $60, and all I can do is like I can't go back. Like after I go through a chapter, I can go back and do a chapter, but it's a do-over. It's not like things just respawn and you go.
No,
in there.
it was definitely there was like an 8-hour game and that was it, or a 9-hour game and that was it. But to be honest, how many times did you play Diablo 1 and 2 over and over?
Oh, I
Well,
played
haven't
Diablo
played-
2 a ridiculous
haven't-
amount of hours.
And
Yeah,
how
I
many
have
hours
not.
was that game start to finish?
That was long.
That was
well,
actually
after
very
the
long.
expansion, it was pretty long.
It
I don't
seems
remember
like it was a
before
lot
that.
longer.
After the
yeah.
expansion, yeah. But it was about a 10-hour game before the expansion, 9-hour game before the expansion, if I remember right. And don't get me wrong. I mean, they've done a lot, but I mean that's how Diablo's always been. Though it's always been about doing crap tons of bell runs just to get that 2 pieces of armor you need.
That's true. I know
And
a lot of people
Yeah.
who hated Diablo 3, and they were just haters.
Now,
Thanks.
I
Not
think
you.
that
I don't
think
hate
that
it.
I don't think it's scaled properly, and I think that there wasn't enough individuality, and there wasn't enough. It was too far away from it would have been. I would have been happy to see the tech trees again, and the same kind of profile and character progression as Diablo 2.
They simplified it.
Yeah.
They tried to make it simpler for the
They-
newer, less intelligent generation.
They did. They made it more simple, and they made it to be easy to be a casual game. And I don't want a game to hold my hand. I want to play it.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. I felt that my hand was held. And to be honest, for most things, I know at least it's Barbarian because that's Barbarian and Demon Hunter. The first rune you got was usually the best. In my opinion, for those two classes. So you got to understand that I went through once I got through Act 3 when you had all your abilities.
No, they've changed it though. They had an update recently where they've really kind of balanced out the abilities. So what was good, maybe not so good now.
Well, I know Demon Hunter's OP.
Demon Hunter was awesome.
Monk is apparently really OP right now.
Barbarian was never OP. Barbarian was OP early game, but not
What does
late game.
OP stand for?
Overpowered.
Overpowered.
Okay.
No.
Or it could be original poster, or it could be.
Original player.
Or it could be
You know,
opium. Says the
Could
man
be
with the
opium.
curly mustache.
Yeah, I don't know. I was waiting for Torchlight 2. I've been playing Torchlight 2, and I'm enjoying
It's
it.
very fun.
It's
I'm in Act 2.
it's very fun. Yeah, I haven't even gotten that far yet, but
Berserker OP.
Are we just gonna
Yeah.
say everything's OP now?
Yes. Oh, Engineer is also highly overpowered.
Oh my god. I knew a few people who were battling with it. Like I'm either gonna get Diablo 3 or Torchlight 2, and I think
Whenever you
in the
can
long
get them
run-
for $20.
well, yeah.
But to me, they're two different games. I mean,
they're the same style game, but yeah, they're two different games.
They're both loot horde dungeon crawlers, but in my opinion,
one's fantasy and one's more
one's
hell
fantasy and one's more. Well, they're both fantasy, but one's more
Cartoony.
demonic. One's more one's more casual, and one's more kind of intense.
Yeah.
And I think the story of Diablo and the story of any WoW game, any Blizzard game, is probably vastly superior. Not as probably quirky and funny in some aspects, but you can't deny the cinematics were amazing.
Yeah.
Angel fighting, come on, that shit was awesome.
Those cinematics, I think, is what they worked the hardest on. It looked like which would be disappointing if that was true. But
Oh,
well,
they were
they have
I
they
agree.
have a whole team. There's a team.
It
that
was
does
well
it. Well, yeah.
designed as far as
That's
the game.
that's
is
the
concerned.
department. That's
They
the
blew
department. Voice
their
acting
budget
and
load on those cinematics.
that could
well,
be.
the WoW cinematics have been the same way. I mean, StarCraft cinematics have been. I mean, if you go back and watch original StarCraft 1 cinematics, you'll see.
For the time, they were pretty good.
For the time, they were excellent.
Yeah.
And that's how they've always been. That's how they've always been. Even the Diablo cinematics for Diablo 2 were pretty good.
Oh, I remember seeing them for the first time. That blew my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played it way after it was popular, and people were anticipating Diablo 3. I had Diablo 2 then, and I'm like, this game's old, and these cinematics are way, way up to date right now. This must look
I mean,
amazing.
have you seen the Mr. Pandera one?
I saw, I don't think I did.
You need to watch the Miss Pandera one. I mean, as much as
saw
I don't like
trailers.
playing WoW, as much as I don't like playing WoW and whatnot, the Miss Pandera is it's really badass. It's really well done. It's cool. I mean, if Blizzard made a movie, right? If they were to sit down and actually make like a lore inspired movie, it would make good money, and they could put it into a theater, and guess what? Everyone's heard of WoW, and everyone does it, so
it would do really, really well.
I don't see it not doing well. I mean, it wouldn't do as well as Avengers,
Toy Story,
or
any
major
Pixar.
motion picture. I mean, it's not going to make anything as much as Avengers or Thor or any of the comic book movies, or even Expendables 2 or any of these crazy blockbuster movies. But it would do well, and it would do better than
they'd profit from it.
Shitty movies.
I don't know. WoW's so big that I think if they took the time and they did it right,
if they did it
they
right,
could make as much money as an Avengers, and they could generate that kind of hype.
Well, you got to think that they've been losing player subscriptions for
But
years
people still
now.
like the game. They're just bored with it.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're talking about people that have not renewed for MOP.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I didn't renew for the first
But
expansion.
they got bored with it, and they're like, why would I want to go back? I'm done. I've moved on.
Guild Wars was far superior in my mind because of the questing system and stuff, and the way it feels more real.
I'm loving Guild Wars 2.
I love the way they did it because you just walk into an area and there's crap going on, and then you get thrown in the middle of it. Rather than World of Warcraft, there's just a dude chilling with an exclamation mark over his head, like, what up? Oh, hey, so there's this problem or something. Can you go take care of it? And you look around, nothing looks like there's a problem, and then you go and just kill some monsters, and he gives you something. And that's every quest. If it was a few times, that's fine, but that is every single World of Warcraft quest. It's just so repetitive, and you got to do that to level 90, 95 now. That is mind-numbing.
But to be honest though, that was the new way to do everything.
Of course.
Think of when WoW came out, because WoW hasn't changed since it first came out.
Yes.
Since Vanilla came out, WoW in and of itself hasn't changed. Questing hasn't changed. I will say that the PvP has evolved.
Yeah.
But even whenever I played on a PvP server and ran around as my Ret Pally back in Vanilla, back when Ret Pallies were the shit, it was, I mean, there was still PvP, and, we still, did everything that they do now. But nothing has changed. Questing hasn't changed. The loot system hasn't. There have been evolutions and new features, like, loot boss and
general expansion
skill trees,
rolling, and
skill trees was added.
Yeah, like I said, there's evolutions, but that doesn't change the way you play the game.
I know, but they need to. They've been riding this train for a while, and now better
but when
things
you
are out
change
there.
the way you play a game, it's not that game anymore.
Why would they do that? They're already developing their next MMO.
Well, that's okay.
They'll just put it in the next one.
Okay, well that's true. I guess people did buy MLP, so they're still doing good. For me, though, I'm like, Guild Wars is way better right now because it's different. It's still an MMO, but it's different, and I like it better than I liked World of Warcraft. It's a new style of questing, a new style of.
Don't make me have to go to Walmart and buy it.
We can't look for anything new that we haven't heard about now until 2015.
Yeah.
We'll hear about something new in 2015. Then we'll see it by 2016.
Yeah.
No, you won't even
this year,
lots of crap.
How is this all going to happen if the zombie apocalypse is going to happen before
exactly? Well, Blizzard will live on beyond the apocalypse. Everybody knows that.
We'll all be level 95 by then, so we can just kill all the zombies.
It's okay, yeah. I'll fly around the wing of Pegasus, and I'll be fine.
Don't forget, cockroaches will live through anything.
Well, yeah.
And so will brownies.
We do got to start wrapping up, though.
If you think of what's going on right now, as far as Blizzard, you've got MOP coming out. Is it out now?
Yeah.
Okay, MOP's out. So that means they're going to push Heart of the Swarm until next year. It's in beta now, so that keeps people interested.
Yeah.
I give it till spring of next year. That way it hits early summer. That way you got the nice little summer break for everybody to buy it and play it. And then, of course, you've got Blizzard Dota that's coming out. I would assume they're going to launch that at the same time. And then you've got, what's it called? Titan? Is that what they're calling the next thing?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Project Titan. That's the project name, Project Titan.
I don't follow them.
And that'll be
anymore.
2014 before we get
It's SOS, Space of StarCraft.
What are you talking about? StarCraft's already in space.
World of Warcraft, Space of StarCraft.
God.
Oh.
Anyway, we do got to start wrapping up. It is that time. So at this point, we go around telling everyone where you can find us and what we got going on for this week. And we will start with Miss Jemmy Games.
Book club, and just working on artwork still. That's pretty much it. Nothing exciting. Probably want to try to finish Borderlands, though.
Oh, I'd love to finish Borderlands, yeah.
I know, I've been waiting on people to play with me, but they never show up because they're
You're always
busy
so
on
mean.
Guild Wars 2.
We'll
And
play it.
Bugatti, I don't know where you are.
My status is always green, thank you, madam. My door's open.
Like, as he dresses up for his pirate.
I'm sorry, I don't like beat people because I don't want to interrupt them if they're busy or sleeping.
If my status is green, I'm at the keyboard.
Okay, now I know.
Now we know.
Now I know.
The
Mr.
more you know. Da-na-na-na.
Mr. Boombody, what you got going
Spam
on?
you from now on.
What's Mr. Boombody got going on?
Nothing much.
Nothing much?
Being too cool for school.
Where any place they can find
Pardon
you?
my fart.
Twitch channel, anything?
Yeah, I can be found on. If you type in BOOMBATI, you can find me, or if you type in the Beard Wizards on Twitch or own3d.tv, you can find me there. On Facebook, the Beard Wizards. That is myself and my compatriot Luminary Weekly.
Alrighty.
We live stream most nights, playing some LOL, whatever else, what we feel like.
And where can we find Miss Jemmy Games?
On Twitter and YouTube at Jemmy Games. I just opened a DeviantArt account, actually. A new one. I have an old one, but that one's hidden away.
Is it going to be an
Good luck.
NSFW?
Did you see the chick tails I just did?
No, you should show it.
Yeah. I was told
Is it-
it's
is it-
actually pretty hot, but she's
Are you
full
drawing
of
some
clothes.
furry erotica?
No, I don't draw furries. I don't do the furries.
Well, just furry erotica. That's all I want.
I could give it a shot. But
Nice.
When he says that with that outfit, it just it's 20 times funnier.
Lito, what you got?
Man. I'm gonna try to get a video out this week. Something that I've been working on. But other than that, yeah, that on my YouTube channel is Minecraft and Me. That's Minecraft with the letter N and M-E. I have to always say that because everybody thinks that it's an and.
And of course,
And-
the goal for Minecraft and Me before 2013 is to start the new Minecraft series.
We gotta do something with that.
That'll be
because
funny.
we are the original. By the way, me and Boombody are the original creators of this.
the
And some
internet?
guy.
You're Al Gore?
No,
There's a
Yeah,
guy out
we-
there that's
we-
like really popular.
We invented the internet. No,
we
I'm just
invented
kidding.
the internet.
You seem a little young
but
for
we-
that.
This what he's going to talking about, the Christopher Walken thing.
Well, I went back
We
and
came
killed
up
John
with it.
Carter in
This is
Terminator
like-
2.
We're going on 2 years ago. We've thought of this. So
Indeed, 2 years
this guy
ago.
comes out.
2 years ago.
It was almost 2 years ago. It was probably about
No, it
2
was over
years
2
ago.
years ago. It was while I
Was
was
it?
living in Texas. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
2 years
There goes
ago, we
Jemmy.
had the wonderful thought of doing a Chris Walken plays Minecraft, because I do a bit of a Chris Walken impersonation, which I will
That's
not do
right.
now that I've talked about it. You won't get it, not this time, maybe next week.
So yeah, I'll be doing something like that with that. You can also find me on Twitter, Twitter/LitoDrello, all one word, Litodrello. And then
Tweeter.
I'll probably be just playing some video games and, working on trying to save the world before the zombie apocalypse.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yep.
Well, I will be... Actually, we started today, Lito and Jimmy and myself started filming more pick clips, Minecraft sketch series, and we will be pulling in more friends to do that probably throughout the week. Just filming. We got a few ideas on the back burner, so it might be a week or two before the next episode's out, but it's going to be fun. That's the next project.
Hopefully, this footage won't sit as long as the last footage.
No, it will not sit a year.
No, it wasn't a year. It was like 8 months.
It was like 8 months of just chilling, but.
And it just happens to be the biggest thing on your channel right now.
Yeah, and I know people want to see more,
funny.
but it takes time. We're not just going to rush through them because then it's going to turn out crap. So we want it to.
Yeah, everything's got to be edited.
Yeah, we did one today that needs to be edited and stuff, but it's going to come out really good because we took our time with it. For the most, it was a short sketch anyway, but we could have done 2 or 3 more today with the time we had. We're like, well, let's get more people and let's craft these ideas a little bit better before we just go in there and start filming them. So that is the plan for the week, and of course school and whatever else. But you can find me youtube.com/VortecVids and Twitter @VortecVids. Those are the 2 easiest ones. Twitch.tv/Vortec. Streaming every Sunday. So, yep, we'd like to thank you for watching the second installment of Everything Noob.
Yep. Boombody's happy. He's got his puppy dog face on.
Adieu.
So.
Alrighty.
All right.
It was fun.
We will see you guys at the same time.
Hilarious.
Same time next Thursday. And thank you everyone in chat. Thank you mods. All that business. So, catch you later.
All right.
Goodbye.
Till next show. Adios.